Life has a strange way of teaching us the most important lessons. The more we try to control every detail around us, the results, the right moment, the way people respond, the more frustrated and exhausted we end up. We plan our lives down to the smallest steps, thinking that if we just try harder, dedicate more, never give up, things will finally fall into place. But what if I told you the opposite is true? That the moment you stop forcing, stop clinging so tightly, and begin to trust the process, everything starts to flow in a way that desperate effort never allowed. This is not about giving up on your dreams. It is about understanding where your real power lies. The Stoics mastered this way of thinking more than 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of accepting what comes naturally, without wasting energy fighting against what cannot be changed. He understood that resisting what is outside our control only produces suffering. The real battle is always interior, training the mind to focus on what can be transformed and letting the rest follow its natural course. That is exactly what we are going to dive into today. The mindset shift that transforms the way you approach success, relationships, and your own peace of mind. Because if you are constantly stressed, feeling that no matter what you do, things just do not seem to work out, there is a reason for that. You may be holding on too tightly to things that were never meant to be controlled. This video is not another empty motivational speech. It is about something deeper. How to live with true confidence, how to move through life with calm and clarity instead of anxiety and frustration. And if you watch until the end, you will leave here with a completely different perspective on how to get what you want in life, without needing to chase it desperately. Before we begin, hit the like button right now. Write in the comments to anchor this truth in your heart. I trust the process and everything flows to me. Share this video with someone you know is exhausting themselves, trying to control the uncontrollable. And subscribe to this channel, because what comes next may change the way you live from today onward. Part 1. Release attachment to the outcome. We spend much of our lives obsessed with results, waiting for that response, that opportunity, that confirmation that we are on the right path. We tell ourselves that if we just work a little harder, dedicate a little more, we will manage to force things to turn out the way we want. But what happens? The more we attach to a specific outcome, the more anxious we become. The process loses its meaning, and all our peace begins to depend on something we do not completely control. Epictetus taught something that should be read every day. Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life. In other words, instead of tying your happiness to a specific outcome, focus on the process. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your discipline, your mindset, and let the rest follow its natural course. Think of a musician composing a piece. If he is obsessed with making every note perfect, worried about what others will think, he never enters creative flow. But when he detaches from the final result and simply surrenders to the act of creating, something different happens. He becomes completely immersed in the moment, and that is exactly where his best work is born. The same principle applies to everything in life: work, relationships, personal growth. When you stop fixating on how things must turn out, you give yourself the freedom to enjoy the journey. This applies especially in relationships. Those who try too hard to impress repel. Those who are confident, at ease with themselves, and not obsessed with a specific outcome attract naturally. Why? Because that person is not controlled by fear. They trust that what is meant to be will be. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, where am I holding on too tightly? What outcome is causing me more stress than motivation? Now imagine what would happen if you released that grip, not giving up, but trusting that whatever happens, you will be okay. That is detachment. It does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing things to follow a specific path for you to feel at peace. There is a simple question that completely changes the relationship with any goal. Instead of asking, when is this going to happen, ask, who do I need to become for this to happen naturally? The first question places the focus on the result, which you do not control. The second places the focus on the process, which is all you truly have. The Stoics spent their entire lives answering the second question, and it was precisely because of that what needed to arrive, arrived. Write in the comments, I trust the process and everything flows to me. Part 2. Master your own mind. Life throws challenges constantly. Some days everything flows effortlessly. On others, it feels like the entire world is working against you. The difference between people who crumble under pressure and those who find the way is not luck, it is mindset. The way you think shapes how you experience life. And if you do not learn to master your mind will master you. You cannot control what happens around you. The economy, other people's choices, unexpected obstacles, but you can control how you respond to all of it. That is where the real power is. When you shift from reacting to responding, everything changes. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. This means that every challenge, every setback, every moment of frustration is training you to be stronger. If you choose to learn from it instead of drowning in it. Think of lifting weights. If you never challenge yourself, you never build strength. The same applies to the mind. Imagine you're going through a difficult moment at work. You keep making mistakes, your boss is on your case, you feel like you are failing. One way to see it, I am terrible at this, I will never improve. That is a mindset that keeps you trapped in doubt. But what if you said instead, I am learning, every mistake is teaching me something, the pressure I am feeling is preparing me for something greater. That is a growth mindset, and it transforms difficulties into stepping stones. Pay attention to your internal dialogue. Are you constantly feeding yourself thoughts of fear, doubt, and negativity? Or are you training yourself to see opportunities, to reframe situations, to stay calm in the face of uncertainty? Your mind is like a garden. What you plant is what grows. Plant fear and anxiety, and that is what will take over. Plant clarity and strength, and that is what will appear when you need it most. Another way to strengthen your mindset: train yourself to remain in the present. Much of stress comes from obsession with the past or worry about the future, but the only thing you can control is this moment, right now. The next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, what can I do right now that will move me forward? That single question can pull you out of the anxiety spiral and bring you back to what truly matters. Part 3. Trust the time that is not yours. Patience is one of the most difficult things to practice, especially when you are working towards something that truly matters. You have invested effort, done what needed to be done, and yet nothing seems to be happening. The world tells us that success should come quickly, that if we do not see immediate results, it is because we are doing something wrong. But the truth is that life does not operate on our schedule. Epictetus once said, no great thing is created suddenly. Anything truly valuable, wisdom, strength of character, success that lasts, takes time to develop. Just as you cannot force a tree to grow faster by pulling its branches, you cannot force life to deliver what you want before the moment is right. There is an order to things, and when you learn to trust that order, you free yourself from an enormous amount of unnecessary suffering. Imagine a young artist who dreams of making a name for himself. He works with dedication, puts his heart into what he does, but does not see the recognition he desires arrive. At this point, he has two choices. He can become frustrated, lose faith, and give up, or he can trust that every hour of work is building something that cannot yet be seen, but that is forming beneath the surface, like roots deepening before the tree grows. We live in a culture of instant gratification, fast food, fast information, fast success. We have been conditioned to believe that if something does not happen immediately, it is not worth waiting for. But some things simply need time. Deep relationships, skills that truly make a difference, projects that leave a mark. All of this requires patience, not passivity, but the active confidence of continuing to show up even when results are not yet visible. How do you maintain that patience when you feel like nothing is happening? Focus on what is under your control. You cannot control when things arrive, but you can control your actions today. You can keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep growing as a person. And you can trust that what is meant to be yours will find its way to you, not a second early, not a second late. Comment, I trust the process and everything flows to me. Part 4. Act with purpose, not desperation. Have you ever noticed that when we chase something desperately, it seems to move further away? Whether it is a job, a relationship, the success you want, the more frantic and needy the energy you bring, the more things seem to slip away. But when you act with purpose, with a grounded calm, everything begins to align in a different way. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Before acting, have clarity about why you are acting." Desperate action comes from fear of missing out, of failing, of not being enough. Action with purpose comes from a place of clarity and strength. When you know who you are and what you stand for, your actions become more deliberate and more effective. Imagine two people looking for a job. The first is desperate, sends applications everywhere without criteria, panics at every rejection, their energy is scattered and anxious. The second is focused, knows their strengths, crafts applications carefully, prepares without obsessing over immediate results. Who has more chances of getting what they want? The one who acts from clarity, not from panic. The same applies to relationships. If you seek connection out of desperation, fearing loneliness, seeking constant validation, it is perceived, and it repels. But when you approach with genuine self-confidence, without needing things to be a specific way to feel good, you attract more authentic connections. People are drawn to those who are secure in themselves, not to those who are grasping for attention. When you move with intention instead of panic, you begin to make better decisions. You stop wasting time and energy on things that do not align with what you truly want. Each decision becomes sharper because it comes from a clearer place. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Much of desperation comes from fears that never materialize. You are more capable than you think, and you do not need to act as if you are not. Aristotle spoke of eudaimonia, the state of living with purpose and fulfillment. He believed that true satisfaction comes not from frantically pursuing external things, but from aligning your actions with what you genuinely value. When your actions are aligned with your real values, you stop exhausting yourself trying to prove something to the world and begin building something that has meaning to you. And that shift in origin completely transforms what you attract. Share this video with someone you know is acting from desperation instead of purpose. Part 5. Release the need to control everything. Have you ever felt completely exhausted from trying to control everything? You plan, push, strategize, and somehow life still does not unfold as you expected. You try to make people act a certain way, force circumstances to fit together, try to predict every possible outcome, and you find yourself more stressed and less in control than when you started. The more you tighten your grip, the more things slip away. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." True freedom does not come from controlling everything around you. It comes from releasing the need to control. The more energy you spend trying to manage what is not yours to manage, other people's opinions, the future, people's reactions, the more you drain yourself. But when you redirect focus to what you can truly control, your thoughts, your actions, your responses, you recover your real power. Think about relationships. Have you ever tried to change someone? A friend, a partner, a family member, wanting that person to behave differently, to be more understanding, more aligned with what you expect. No matter how hard you tried, the person kept being themselves. Because people are not ours to control. We can communicate, we can set boundaries, we can choose who we allow into our lives, but we cannot force anyone to change. When you release that need, you free yourself from the frustration that came with it. Seneca said, "Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling." When you fight against the natural flow of life, you create unnecessary resistance. When you trust the process and focus on what is within your reach, things unfold with much greater ease. This does not mean you stop acting. It means you stop spending energy trying to control what was never yours to control. Recognize what is and what is not within your power. There are things you can influence and things you cannot. Wasting energy on the uncontrollable only leads to frustration. Build trust, not just in life, but in yourself. Trust that you can handle whatever comes, even if it is not what you expected. Part 6. Embody the abundance mindset. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to attract success, opportunities, and even joy without apparent effort? It is not that they have some secret advantage. It is their mindset. The way they think, how they carry themselves, and how they see the world creates a reality where abundance flows naturally. On the other hand, people who constantly focus on what they lack seem to struggle endlessly, no matter how hard they work. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." True abundance is not about accumulating more, it is about noticing what you already have. When you stop operating from a scarcity mindset, believing you never have enough, you open space for more to arrive naturally. Imagine two people walking into the same room. One is focused on everything they do not have. They compare themselves to others, feel like they are falling behind, believe success is always out of reach. Their energy is heavy, their words are full of doubt, and without realizing it, they repel the opportunities that appear. The second enters with the belief that they have enough. Enough knowledge, enough capacity, enough opportunities ahead. They engage with confidence, build connections naturally, and leave with new possibilities. The only real difference between the two is where each one operates from internally. This applies to everything, not just money. If you believe there is never enough love, enough time, enough good people in the world, your mind will always look for proof of that belief and always find it. But if you shift your focus, you begin to notice abundance everywhere. You recognize the goodness in the people around you, the possibilities in every situation, and the blessings that already exist in your life today. What you focus on grows. Train your mind to see what is present instead of what is absent. Practice gratitude not as an exercise in forced positivity, but as a real redirection of attention toward what is real and available right now. Write in the comments, "I trust the process and everything flows to me." Part 7. Take aligned action and then trust. Have you ever been obsessed with a goal, pushing harder and harder, only to feel like you are going in circles? You do everything right, follow every step, and yet the results do not appear at the pace you want. We were taught that success is about never stopping, never resting, never giving space. But there is an enormous difference between aligned action and desperate action. And sometimes the key to real progress is knowing when to act and when to step back and trust. Seneca said, "Effort and patience achieve more than force and anxiety." The problem with forcing things is that it creates resistance. It is like pulling a knot. The harder you pull, the tighter it gets. Imagine you are trying to fall asleep. The more you try to force sleep, the more restless you become. But the moment you relax and trust that sleep will come, it happens. The same applies to success, relationships, and personal growth. Think of a farmer. He prepares the soil, plants the seeds, makes sure they receive water and light. But after that, he does not dig up the seeds every morning demanding they grow faster. He trusts that in time, the harvest will flourish. If he tried to rush the process, he would only damage what he planted. Life works the same way. You do your part, then you trust. Take relationships as an example. Have you ever seen someone who tried too hard? Always anxious, needing constant confirmation, suffocating with excessive attention. That person's energy is heavy. Then there are those who are calm and confident. They show interest, but also give space. That person naturally attracts because they are not forcing anything. That is what happens when you take aligned action and then let go. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do what you must and let happen what happens." You focus on what is under your control, your efforts, your discipline, your mindset, but you do not obsess over results. Because the truth is, there will always be things outside your control. And the more you resist that truth, the more stressed and frustrated you become. The more you accept it, the more energy remains for what truly matters. Part 8. Find peace within the chaos. There is something the Stoics knew that most people have not yet discovered. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is an inner quality that you can cultivate even when everything around you is in disorder. And whoever learns this has an advantage that no external circumstance can take away. Marcus Aurelius governed an empire during wars, plagues, betrayals, and deep personal losses. And yet, he found time to write reflections of a serenity that surprises any reader. Not because life was easy, but because he had developed internally something that circumstances could not destroy. Seneca wrote, "Most people live in a permanent contradiction, disturbed by what is small and incapable of bearing what is great." The constant rush, the anxiety about details, the agitation over what cannot be controlled, all of this consumes the energy that could be used to build something real. Inner peace is not a destination you reach when everything finally resolves. It is a practice. It is the daily choice not to let what is outside of you determine what is inside. It is the refusal to let the agitation of the world dictate your internal state. This practice, cultivated with consistency, changes everything, because a peaceful mind makes better decisions, acts with more clarity, and attracts results that the agitated mind never achieves. When you find peace within the chaos, you stop needing everything to be resolved to feel well. And when you stop needing it, paradoxically, things begin to resolve with much more naturalness. Epictetus taught that disturbance never comes from circumstances themselves. It comes from the judgment we make about them. Two people can be in the same difficult situation and have completely different experiences. One in despair, the other in equanimity. The situation is identical. The difference lies entirely in what each one decides that situation means. And that decision, made consciously or not, is what determines the quality of your experience every day. Share this video with someone who is losing their peace, trying to control the uncontrollable. Part 9. Trust your own strength. One of the greatest traps people fall into is underestimating what they are capable of going through. When a challenge appears, the first reaction is fear of not being strong enough to handle it. But the Stoics had a completely different perspective on the human capacity to face what life presents. Epictetus would say to his students repeatedly, "Never say about anything that you have lost it, only say that you have returned it." This reframing changes everything. It is not defeat, it is liberation. It is not weakness, it is maturity. Whoever understands this stops feeling like a victim of circumstances and begins to see themselves as someone who navigates life with the resources they have, learning from every turn. Seneca wrote letters to Lucilius during some of the most difficult periods of his life: exile, threats, loss of power. And in those letters, instead of despair, there is a clarity that comes only from someone who trusts their own capacity to go through whatever needs to be gone through. Not because life was easy, but because he had developed the inner certainty that he was enough for whatever came. You are too. The most difficult moments you have already gone through, and you did go through them because you are here, were the ones that formed you the most. Not despite the difficulties, but through them. Every challenge you faced with honesty and continued moving forward made you more capable than you were before. That capacity does not disappear, it accumulates. There is still something worth saying about the abundance mindset from earlier. Most people think they will feel abundance when they have more. More money, more time, more recognition. But that is exactly the opposite of how abundance works. Abundance is not the result of having more, it is the condition for attracting more. When you genuinely feel that you already have enough to live a full life today, not tomorrow, not when you get there today, you stop emitting the energy of lack that repels what you want, and begin emitting the energy of fullness that attracts what can still come. This does not mean you do not want to grow. It means your growth comes not from the fear of not having enough, but from the joy of contributing more. And that difference in origin completely changes the quality of what you build and what comes to you as a consequence. Trust this. Trust yourself. Not because you have guarantees that everything will work out, but because you have already proven, repeatedly, that you can handle whatever appears. Not because the path will be easy, but because you no longer need it to be easy to keep going. You have learned to trust the process. And whoever trusts the process does not need everything to be perfect to move. They move anyway, and that is precisely why they arrive. Part 10. Life flows to those who trust. This is the point that unites all the others. In the end, all Stoic philosophy about releasing control, acting with purpose, cultivating patience and trusting in the time that is not yours, all of it converges on one simple truth. Life flows to those who trust it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." This is not resignation. It is the recognition that there is an intelligence in the order of things that exceeds any individual planning. That the best things that come into your life rarely arrive through the door you left specifically open for them. They arrive through the window you did not even know existed. Impatience exacts a brutal price. It makes you accept shortcuts that compromise what you are building. It pushes you to change strategy before giving the strategy time to work. It makes you reject what is available because it is not exactly what you ordered. But those who trust the process, who keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep growing as a person, discover that life has a way of reorganizing itself around those who are truly ready for what they are asking for. The best things that happened in the lives of almost all people arrived in ways they did not plan, by the unexpected path, at the moment they stopped forcing, when they finally allowed themselves to be exactly where they were, without needing to be somewhere else to feel good about themselves. This is not coincidence. It is what happens when you stop fighting against life and begin flowing with it. The moment you shift the focus from chasing to attracting, from forcing to trusting, from controlling to flowing, everything begins to fall into place. The Stoics knew this truth more than 2,000 years ago. Now it is yours to apply. Write in the comments, "I trust the process and everything flows to me." This is not theory. It is an observation that anyone can make in their own life if they stop to look honestly. The moments when the best things arrived, the right job, the right person, the opportunity that changed the course, were rarely the moments when you were forcing the most. They were the moments when you had done the work, planted the seed, and then somehow stopped monitoring the seed every 5 minutes, demanding it sprout. Marcus Aurelius governed with this awareness every day. He prepared, decided, acted. But he did not lie awake at night, mentally reviewing every variable of every situation that was outside his control. He understood that rumination adds nothing to the process. It only consumes the energy that would be needed to act well the next day. Releasing mental control of what cannot be controlled is not weakness. It is the most intelligent way to conserve strength for what truly needs it. Seneca summarized it this way: "There are things that depend on you and things that do not. About what depends on you, act with everything you have. About what does not depend on you, release it, not with resignation, but with the wisdom of someone who knows where their power truly ends and where the territory of life begins. That boundary, when respected, releases an amount of energy that you did not even know you were spending." The Stoics understood something the modern world is still learning. That peace is not the absence of challenges. It is the presence of wisdom, that the control we seek outside ourselves is an illusion, but the control we develop inside ourselves is the only one that truly matters. And that when you stop fighting against the flow of life and begin to trust it, things that seemed impossible to reach begin to arrive naturally. Release attachment to the outcome, because happiness cannot be held hostage to what you do not control. Master your mind, because it is the only territory that is truly yours. Trust in time, because no great thing is born overnight. Act with purpose, not desperation, because the quality of the action determines the quality of what arrives. Release the need to control, because real freedom begins where the need to control ends. Embody the abundance mindset, because what you focus on grows. Take aligned action and then trust, because doing your part and letting the rest follow is wisdom, not weakness. Find peace within the chaos, because it does not depend on circumstances. Trust your own strength, because you have already proven you have it. And remember that life flows to those who trust, because those who trust stop resisting and begin to receive. Remember this the next time anxiety appears. You do not need more control, you need more trust. And trust is built exactly in the moments when you choose to release what is not yours to hold. Remember to like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. To seal this wisdom in your life, write in the comments, "I trust the process and everything flows to me." It is a choice, and you can make it now. Subscribe to this channel for more Stoic wisdom every day. Each video here is built with the same intention as this one, to give you real tools, not empty motivation. Until next time, stay Stoic and stay building.